Hello everyone, this is Becky from Northern Star Tarot, and this is the weekly energy forecast for all signs, week beginning 28th of October. Oh, I can't believe we're at the end of October already. Disclaimer, and any information about the decks that I've used, etc. is all in the description, so please check that out. Guardians of the Four Corners, Mother in Earth, Father in Sky, Angels, Ancestors, Sacred Ones. I call upon you and welcome you here now. Please bring forth your messages. This is from all four elements and universe. These are the energies that are flowing around us and that can affect us. Guardians of the North, energy of Earth. Please bring forth your message. What have we got from Earth for the week ahead? Week beginning the 28th. Patience. I'll put that there. I think my candle's reflecting off it. There we go. Got patience. Guardians of the East. Elements of air. Financial and material changes. I keep thinking that says marital. I think with the rings shown as well. Maybe there's something in that slip of the tongue. Guardians of the South, fire energy. Oh. Temptation. Guardians of the West, water energy for the week ahead. Easy there. The only one that didn't tip over is intuition. We just got way too much there. Just one card, please. Wow. What's going on with the emotions? Get to the emotions and the cards are trying to dive out. Come on, West. Guardians of the West, please bring forth. Stand your ground. This is feeling quite heavy, isn't it? Okay, I'll just pull. That was the Psychic Tarot deck that I use. I try to tell you as while I'm using them. For the central, I always get the Angel and Ancestors card because they're pretty. Universal energies. What universal energies do we have for the week ahead? 28th of October to the 3rd of November. Thank you. Knight. Brave and honest. This is all feeling very, very like this card. Very stoic. I think stoic's the word. Can I get one more, please, for the universal energy? Don't know why, it just feels right having two with the Guardian cards. Maybe that's like the masculine and feminine energies of the universe, who knows? Oh, I'm going to take that one. Stargazer. Right, okay. So right away I'm getting this sense of growth. What I've noticed with the weekly energy forecasts, if you're new to this, is that there's sort of reoccurring themes that are happening. So last month was a whole, if you watch back over my videos, there was a lot of themes of death and rebirth. especially like last week's one was very much like the beginning of things. We're starting things. And this week is feeling about growth. Let's see. It's not without challenges though. We've got plenty of challenges coming ahead. I'm just going to read these because I'm still getting used to the Oracle cards. So, like, I've never had the night one out before. That's a first. I did have Stargazer, I think, was it last week, or it's all kind of blurring into one for me now. Do the right thing, even if it isn't the easiest option. Stand for what you know to be right and true. The energy of respect is important right now. You're being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you're in a space where there's opposition, you're being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, patience. Your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of brevity to help you. This card also brings justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. So, with that one, it's very much doing internal work to see what it is that's important to you and what it is that you fight for. What do you stand for? What are your morals? And I've noticed with the, like, doing these weekly energy forecasts, they are very much about self-work. And I think that's, I like how they're working for all star signs. I've had some good feedback on them for that. This one's Stargazer. Transform and unveil your gifts. Take time and focus on developing your gifts and strengths. So that kind of ties in nicely with this. It's once again about transformation. It's looking inside, seeing what's going on in there, having a check-in with yourself, and then shining that out on the outside. It says, all of your past experiences have only helped you to see how strong you really are. You are an amazing soul who can change and transform in ways that people least expect. You have many talents that you will share in your lifetime. You are guided to stay focused on the light, knowing that it will guide you forward. Right. So I'll just get in with the reading here as well. So from Earth, this is our material world. This is the things we can see and touch. And we've got patience, which is temperance. So this is being balanced. And I like that this is there on top of these. These were talking about shining your light and following your light. And it's good to have a card of balance right above them, especially when we've got temptation down the bottom, which is the devil card. And I'm seeing that I feel like there's something there that is could possibly stand in the way for us, whether it be just not throwing ourselves forward and putting ourselves into what we need to put our focus into, like say work or a project, or I'm feeling very much like we just want to rest. There's been a lot of changes in the energies over last month, and this feels a bit like, let's just have a moment, please. But this is saying to stay on the path, stay focused on what it is that you're doing and what you're building, so that you can achieve great things. I'm just going to have a look at this one, because these are Oracle cards as well, but they are like, this is the Seven of Wands. So this is from our headspace, and this is saying financial and material changes. Let's see, I forget what suit that colour is. No, it's not swords. It's going to be, yeah. It's going to be pentacles, isn't it? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so Five of Pentacles is... It's kind of the poverty card. It's feeling like you've lost something. Something that was important to you in the physical world. Could be a person, a relationship. And this is our headspace. So this is what we could be thinking or feeling at the moment. We could be feeling this. Like something has been lost and that we've had to struggle. Sorry, I've got a cold still. Fire is our passions and energy, and I can see now with that as our headspace is feeling the loss of things, and this is the temptation, the things that could tempt us. If this was like a relationship, if this resonates with you as a relationship, this is a warning against temptation to maybe jump into something that you're not ready for, or something you're not sure of. And I think that's why we've got the whole being true to what you stand for, being true to yourself, and set your sights higher. And I even tying in with patience, just having the patience and knowing. I love this one because it's got the seed here that he's looking down on, and to me, this plant isn't there. The fact that they're staring at the seed, this is like what it could potentially grow to. And maybe for some of us, we're at the start of something where it could grow. It could add a new passion that we've got, or something that we're pursuing, or a relationship that we're pursuing. But we've just gotta take it easy and not rush in. We've got to stand your ground in our emotions. So in our emotion space, this to me is being defensive. Feel like we've had this hurt, and that's got our head kind of a bit, what's the word? Barriers, yeah. Our heads kind of put the barriers up against around our heart. And maybe we're just being a bit guarded at the moment. Which is natural and probably the wisest thing to do when you've been through some hurt. Just avoid moving into anything too quickly. And if you have found something that is engaging your heart, just having that patience. And maybe them having that patience with you also. Right, I'm going to get some clarifiers. I don't know whether to use my really new deck. This is the foundation deck. Yeah, go on, let's see how we get on. Okay, where's patience there? From Earth. Where's patience there from Earth? You come out as well. go on. It's funny that I was looking at that one, like when I picked up this deck earlier and I was looking through them thinking, will I be okay reading these? And that was on the bottom of the deck. So that was obviously fated to come out. All right, so we've got Justice, Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, Eight of Coins. This is something that we built that I feel like there wasn't justice. There wasn't justice to it. And it's kind of left us swimming in all this emotion. Almost drowning in it. We've been through this hurt. That's done, that's over. It's a hurt that is definitely gone and done. And I think now we're just dealing with the aftermath. And I think this is urging us to have patience and take time to rebuild. Because we can. I think it's that duality. You ever in those places where your head is in complete logic mode and you know, you've got your guard up and you're feeling very, very stable and secure. But then every now and again, like a light switch, we just have this thought back to our pain, back to the wounds that we've suffered. I'm definitely feeling like there was an injustice here. That's a very specific sort of energy. I know justice is coming out there and it is about being balanced. But just with these other cards, Queen of Cups, Ten of Swords, this was really painful. This was a really painful thing that that some people are recovering from. Sorry, I say we when I'm reading for you guys. I suppose when I'm reading for everyone, I like saying we. Didn't even call you, but I was looking at you. We've got the Ace of Swords. Let's see if we can get some more. That's having a new truth. That's putting our past behind us. So, like I said about this is feeling very much like the head versus the heart. And we've got Temperance here. So I feel like for some of us, we haven't quite got that balance yet. I feel like the head has moved on. The head's like, yep, we went through that. It was shitty. Let's just power on. Let's focus on our work. So we've got the Five of Cups, loss, Six of Cups and Six of Wands. See, they're both quite positive cards. I feel like for some of us, we are celebrating ourselves. We're celebrating how far we've come and how much we've come through. But there's just still this little tinge of sadness there. And it's like we've boxed it away. We've put it in a little box and hidden it up in the attic. So even though on the outside we're looking very calm and very sorted and together, inside there's still that little box of pain. Right, temptation. Where's temptation there? I feel like there's a temptation to settle for comfort here. With us having a lot of coins here, we've got the Nine of Coins. We've got the Seven of Cups in the middle. This is a choice, it's a decision. And we've got the Page of Coins as well. So there is, if this is on a relationship, I feel like there is a building of something, and potentially with someone who seems more stable and more secure. And they could be amazing. And you've just got to ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready to take that leap? Are you oh sorry, knock the table. Are you ready to jump into something new? There's sort of like a childlike sort of thing going on here. We've got the Six of Cups, which is the card of nostalgia as well. And then we've got this Page of Coins, and look at this. This is a person. It's someone quite youthful, but I mean maybe even younger, but also quite mature in their financial decisions and in their life decisions. It's like, do you ever meet them young people who've really got it together and you're like, God, I'm in my 30s and I'm still trying to figure it all out. How are you so together? That's what this feels like. Let's see. I stand in the ground there. Is that enough cards? Let's see. Page of Wands. We've got another page out as well. I do love the pages, especially in this deck. It's the first time having a proper look through and read of them, but look at how much fun they're having. There's just this sort of sense, like a child, of just playing in the sun and having fun. I know we're about to hit winter. And this is in our creative space. This is our passions. Just be careful or be aware of why or what you are chasing with our passions. Is it something you really want? Or is it something that resembles something that you want? But in our heart space, with the defending and being defensive over our heart, I feel the Page of Wands, this is... See, we've got the Hangman here as well. This is like taking a pause. With wands, we always rush in. They're very, look what I can do. Look what I can do. But we need to just take a break. Wow, we got the High Priestess, the King of Coins, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Wands. This is that burden again that's just kind of underpinning everything. It's like I've been through all that. I don't want to carry it round anymore. I don't want to carry it round anymore. And the High Priestess is it's using your intuition. It's looking inside yourself and knowing the answers that you seek. And I feel like some of us feel like we've got that standing, we've got that, you know, wealth. It could be wealth of emotion. It could be that wealth of support around us. It's so funny to have the Page of Wands there with the Hanged Man. It's like rushing in. I wouldn't say rushing in, actually. Maybe it's taken a new perspective. Taking a new creative approach to defending what you've built. There's definitely a lot of inner work going on here with knowing ourselves. Just get a couple of clarifiers for the Knight and the Stargazer, please. Oh, that is a lot. Nope, thank you. I've got the cards upside down. Thank you. So we've got the King of Wands and Three of Coins. I mean, it's interesting this, because most of the clarifiers have been our day-to-day stuff, whereas the actual underlying energies, we've got two very major arcana, very strong sort of feelings there. And then we've got our day-to-day sort of backing that up and leading the way to that. So we've got the King of Wands. I mean, this is very much chasing our passions and staying true to what we want from our lives, what we want in our relationships, how we want our lives to be, and not getting swayed by this. And I feel like this is being in alignment with yourself. It's reaching a level of understanding of yourself where you're ready to build something. And I think that's why we've got patience here. We've just, as some of us have still got to reach that moment that we're ready. So, right. I'm going to pull a Power Thought card for the week. This is from Louise Hay. Nothing to do with the tarot at all, but I always like to end with a thought, really. Sort of thought for the day. I see my parents as tiny children who need love. Oh, I've got two. I am totally adequate for all situations. That's feeling like the one I should have got out. Anyway, I have compassion for my parents' childhoods. I now know that I chose them because they were perfect for what I had to learn. I forgive them and set them free, and I set myself free. I mean, it's quite reflective and going back into the sort of childhood feel here. And maybe there is something there for some of us, avoiding repeating the mistakes of our parents, or understanding what we've learned from our parents, from their experiences. And I am totally adequate for all situations. I am one with the power and wisdom of the universe. I claim this power, and it is easy for me to stand up for myself. And that's standing your ground again, isn't it? This is saying that you can handle this. You can handle all situations. We have the tools, we have the skills and the ability to get us through anything. And sometimes it just takes a bit of time and a bit of focus on us and what we need. Okay, that's all from me today. And please let me know in the comments how this resonated for you. I am trying to get the length of these videos down. Apologise about all the shuffling. I had a discussion about the shuffling because someone was saying that they skipped through the shuffling, but it's a part of the process. And I feel like if I skipped on it and didn't record it, then how would you know the authenticity of the cards that I'm pulling out? Anyway, yeah, please like, comment, subscribe if you want to hear more from me, and look out for the star signs for the month of November. Love and light. Bye.